Welcome to JZ Sports. I'm Jake.
And I'm Zach, and this week we're going to be unloading on the week's worst coaches. Jake, why don't you start?
Alright, well, we're going to start with Mike Shanahan. This guy, I don't really understand what he's doing. He's supposed to be a Hall of Fame coach, and you're benching Donovan McNabb with 2 minutes to go in a one-possession game against the Lions when your record is not exactly in the lead of your division. What was he thinking, Zach?
Well, I'm less pissed about him taking out McNabb as I am as putting in Rex Grossman. A career backup. He's been terrible. I mean, first he says that McNabb is not set to run the 2-minute offense because he hasn't been acclimated with the offensive playbook, but then later on he goes to say that he's not in shape to run the 2-minute drill. So, I mean, what's he thinking? I don't know.
I think there's there's something going on behind closed doors that we don't really know about. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. It's another one of these cases where the coach and the quarterback, a veteran coach brought into a new team, a veteran quarterback brought into a new team, and they clash because neither one of them has really been with the organization that long.
Well, I was never a huge fan of McNabb, but at the beginning of the season, I saw a lot of promise for this team. I mean, they finally get a legitimate quarterback. Their defense is stacked. I mean, Arakpo has been crazy, but that's besides the point.
And it's the point that Shanahan did this to the team now, and now they're working out Jamarcus Russell, the worst quarterback of all time, arguably.
Yeah, where are they trying to go with this? I mean, he's arguably the worst bust
ever.
I mean, between him and Ryan Leaf, it's arguable, but I'd say he's probably the worst bust, at least the most costly bust of all time.
And Shanahan wants to bring him in when you have McNabb. I don't even know.
I mean, he just got off an indictment, too.
Yeah. And the other coach we're going to talk about today is Brad Childress, so why don't you start on him?
All right, Brad Childress has lost complete control of his team. He's a control freak who has no control on that team. Brett Favre has been running that team all season. I mean, he decided he wanted to start, and Childress is the coach. He should decide based on the medical staff, what they say, whether Favre can play. But, Favre has run that team, and he's made all the decisions that apply to him.
Like you said, Childress is a control freak who has no control. What happens when a control freak has no control? They freak out, and they do things like cut Randy Moss from a team that has no deep threat wide receiver.
However, there was controversy surrounding Moss.
Yes, there was the thing where Moss went and was insulting the caterers at a team meal, but at the same time, Brad Childress is just in a downward spiral. He's not doing anything good, and honestly, personally, I think Brad Childress should be fired before the season ends.
Okay, and I disagree with that. I think he should be fired at the season's end. I'm not discounting how bad he's been. The team is in complete turmoil. However, I don't think it's fair to throw another coach into the fire right now. I think you need to, you need to finish the season with a coach who, let him finish what he started. It's been a terrible season, but just let him finish it out. Fire him in a respectable manner at the end of the season.
And maybe they can get Gruden or Cow or somebody like that. All right.
But, I mean, you can't fire him now when it's going this wrong. And it's not fair to the new coach to throw him in the fire like that. I mean, he's gonna fail under this.
Well, I think all things considered, though, we can both agree that Brad Childress and Mike Shanahan are definitely the two biggest boneheads of Week 8 in the NFL.
Definitely the two biggest boneheads.
All right. Thanks for listening to this edition of JZ Sports. I'm Jake.
And I'm Zach, and thanks for listening.